Well, ladies and gentlemen, we said we would deliver a plan for 2032, a plan that delivered benefits for Queensland for decades to come, a plan that would make Queenslanders proud on the world stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we promised that plan, and today we deliver the plan for 2032 and beyond. 1,343 days ago, Queensland was awarded the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Our government was elected just 150 days ago, and in that short period of time we have delivered what you have seen today. Finally, Queensland has a plan. The time has come to just get on with it. And get on with it we will. We can get on with it because the plan is built upon hard work. We went to the election promising to establish the Independent Infrastructure Coordination Authority and giving them 100 days to provide the government with a proposed blueprint for the Games. That is exactly what they have done. They've met with hundreds of stakeholders. They've reviewed thousands of submissions, and their report has formed the basis of the government's plan for the 2032 Games. Today, I thank them, Stephen and his team, for their tireless effort, and we greatly acknowledge their massive part in building a robust plan that will get these Games back on track. Their work sits at the centre of this plan. There has been a mountain of work, and there's no one else I would have wanted driving that other than the Deputy Premier, and I want to acknowledge his hard work and tenacity in delivering what you've seen today. Which brings me to the 2032 delivery plan. Ladies and gentlemen, at the centre of the plan will be a Brisbane stadium built at Victoria Park. Endorsed by the Lord Mayor. The facts are these. The review thoroughly examined the options on the table. That work revealed the option of major works at the Gabba to bring it up to a standard to befit the Queensland Games just wasn't possible. The experts advised it could not be delivered in the time frame we inherited. There is no longer enough time to get that done. So it came down to a choice between the embarrassment of hosting the Games at Cusack or a new stadium at Victoria Park. It became a choice between spending billions on temporary facilities and temporary stands that delivered no legacy or securing the future of AFL and cricket at a new home. It became a choice between delivering a Games with an eye to the future or rewinding the clock 4 decades. In the end, the choice was clear. The Games must be held at a new stadium at Victoria Park. Any other choice would have meant placing the government's political interests ahead of the interests of Queenslanders. We've had enough of that in the last few years, and I wasn't prepared to do that. Friends, Olympic and Paralympic swimming holds a special place in the heart of Queenslanders and stirs the passion of emotion amongst our state in the way that few other sports can. There have been credible options put forward, from a concert arena with a drop-in pool to even a drop-in pool at Suncorp Stadium. The problem with these is that legacy for swimming disappears after the Games. The consequence is no sporting legacy is delivered, and that means nothing for our swimmers for tomorrow. No return for our investment for one of the iconic sports of our state. Instead, we are excited to announce we will build a new National Aquatic Centre with a Games capacity of 25,000 people. The centre will see a number of Olympic and Paralympic sports move their headquarters up to Brisbane permanently. A real world-class legacy which will serve these sports for decades to come. It will be constructed at Centenary Pool, and that has the backing of diving, artistic swimming, water polo and Swimming Australia. That's delivering legacy for the future, and I confirm it will be the best aquatic centre in the globe. Friends, there is more to hosting an Olympic and Paralympic Games than a stadium and swimming concept, though, and I'd like to take you through some of the highlights for the South East. We will be delivering the RNA Showgrounds a much-needed and long-awaited upgrade, as well as housing the Brisbane Athletes Village, an upgraded 20,000-seat arena, and that's an outdoor arena, will host key events. Equally importantly, it gives a new life to the Ekka, one of the most important cornerstones where the country meets the city. I can also announce Melbourne will not be taking the tennis from Brisbane. Not on our watch. A major upgrade of the Queensland Tennis Centre will include a new 3,000-seat show court arena and 12 new match courts, which, in addition to the Pat Rafter Arena, will bring even more tournaments to Brisbane. Which brings me to the future of Brisbane Live. Let me be clear. Brisbane needs a world-class Brisbane Arena in the CBD, full stop. The independent authority had to be guided by agreements put in place for the funding from the federal government. So the review couldn't consider the merits of the arena being privately funded. The government's decision not to proceed with the arena as part of the Games plan does not mean the death of Brisbane Arena, far from it. What it does mean is an opportunity to put the $2.5 billion the federal government has budgeted towards other infrastructure, including the Brisbane Stadium, the swimming, the tennis, the National Aquatic Centre, and that's just to name a few. What it means is we can reduce the burden on taxpayers. I can reveal today the state government has seen offers from the private sector to build a Brisbane arena for the fraction of costs for taxpayers. To my mind, this development is a game changer and proof there would be no value to Australian and Queensland taxpayers to spend $2.5 billion on a Brisbane Live arena when the private sector is willing to engage with us to deliver one. To show how serious we are about progressing plans with the private sector, today I officially announce our government will move the new Brisbane Arena priority site from Roma Street to the vacant GoPrint site at Woolloongabba, and we will proceed immediately with a market-led proposal. The vision our government has beyond the Games also includes the Gabba coming down to make way for urban renewal beside a world-class arena. Wouldn't it be amazing to see the Australian cricket team win gold at an Olympic final, the Gabba's swan song? Ladies and gentlemen, I know some of you will ask, how will the state and federal government funding agreement work? To that I say this: these Games are fully funded, and I'm confident our delivery plan makes financial sense and will deliver a legacy long beyond the Games, and a legacy in that allocated funding window. I think Queenslanders have seen our ability to negotiate well with the federal government and all levels of government. Just yesterday, we negotiated a national education funding deal with the Albanese government, and that was something that my predecessors were unable to do. And it's an exciting deal, and it's a 10-year deal for Queensland schools. And in the event government changes at the next federal election, I'm pretty confident a Queenslander like Peter Dutton will also work with us to deliver the plan in full. And it's a plan that stretches beyond Brisbane. I want to touch across South East Queensland now and some of the existing venues that will play a major part as we promised. But there will also be new and accessible indoor sports centres at Logan and Moreton Bay, and a new whitewater rafting centre in the Redlands. The Chandler Sporting Precinct will be upgraded to become a dedicated parasport community facility. When we say legacy, we mean legacy for everyone. And so it will be with transport, where upgrades to road, rail and our main highway will better connect Queensland's second largest city, the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast will be home to an athletes' village at Royal Pines, as well as a new arena. I can also today announce that hockey will secure a legacy beyond the Games, with a major upgrade to the Gold Coast Hockey Centre. And that brings me to Toowoomba, and today I can announce the beautiful city, which is home to our treasurer, will see its famous showgrounds transformed into an equestrian centre of excellence. and that will host the 2032 Games equestrian events. To the Sunshine Coast, and Queenslanders are going to get the opportunity to ride the wave. And that's a direct rail line running from Beerwah all the way to Batinia. And that links with a state-of-the-art metro hub that will connect all the way to Sunshine Coast Airport through the Maroochydore CBD. And I thank the independent authority for their vision in that. The Maroochydore CBD will be transformed with a new integrated athletes village, a new arena in a new cultural precinct, and that's legacy for the sunny coast. We have rejected the plan of the former government to stop that at Caloundra. We listened to the local community who told us they didn't want their town turned into a car park. The wave will ensure that does not happen. In the last few weeks, we have seen reports that events would be moved to New South Wales and Victoria. In the next breath, Queensland has been told that we can't move events to the regions. Our government takes a different view. It is our position that if investment comes from across the state, then the benefits and excitement should be spread across the state. So what does that mean? It means that we'll be taking the 2032 Games to regional Queensland. Some have made their disdain for this position. They say it can't be done. I say yes, it can, and let's get on with it. It is with great excitement that today I announce in 2032, rowing will be held in Rockhampton. It had been recommended to move the event to Sydney, but I believe there is a legacy play and we must grab that. The people of Central Queensland have made it very clear. They are capable of hosting this famous sport, and I trust them to be able to deliver it in style. Rockhampton has already been the venue for training camps for the Australian Olympic rowing squad, international squads, and it's hosted Queensland schools rowing regattas. But that's not all. Football and basketball will be played in Cairns, with the possibility of cricket should it be included in the Games. Townsville will co-host sailing and the football. Billions of people will see the beauty of the Whitsundays when they co-host sailing. There are also plans for Mackay to host the cricket. Maryborough will host archery, and in doing so, it will offer the world the chance to witness the majesty of those historic buildings before turning their attention to the beauty, the natural beauty of Hervey Bay. But friends, we've always said the Olympic and Paralympic Games must be more than just a sporting event. It must deliver generational infrastructure to make this state a better one before, during, after the Games. Here is just a snapshot. In Cairns, there'll be upgrades to the Western Arterial Road. With the rowing moving to Rockhampton, the city will need a new athletes village, and that will be built at a revitalised railway yards precinct. This will become vital accommodation for a growing and important region. In Mackay, Harrop Park will be upgraded. The Bruce Highway will benefit from a multitude of investments, and we have secured that deal, and we have secured 80-20 funding to deliver it. This does not include plans for the Games On, and that's a grants program that will inject money to hundreds of clubs in every corner of this state. Local facilities to host training, events, generational legacy for our kids. Also on offer are upgrades to existing facilities like Perry Park and the home of football to create new training options for one of the largest Olympic sports. While the final makeup of sports will be determined next year, we have the venues and the plan to deliver world-class Games. Ladies and gentlemen, we weren't in office when the Games were awarded in July 2021, but we are the government who Queenslanders have tasked with delivering it. And deliver it we will. And it'll be Games that Queensland will be proud of. The certainty and investment driven by a united Queensland working together to implement this plan will create generational opportunities. It'll unlock a 20-year tourism strategy for this state. We must capitalise on the increased interest that comes with hosting this event. Imagine the Visit Queensland story. Just imagine people sitting there consuming the best food and drink we have on offer in buildings built using Queensland products and medals, made using Queensland minerals. That's a story to tell. And let me assure you, with this plan, we will be ready. When the eyes of the world turn to Queensland, let them see the great people that call this state home. Let them see we're not Paris, we're not LA, this will be better, and it'll be the Queensland way. And that's what will make the Games great. To my fellow Queenslanders, we promise to sort it out. We promise to do the work. We promised a detailed plan. We promise to fix the mess, and we have. The time has come to get this done. Finally, Queensland has a plan to deliver 2032 and beyond. Now let's get on with it. Thank you very much.